So surprising my daughter in graduation was a complete success. I'm glad I made the trip. So now I have landed in Paris. And I don't leave until tomorrow. So what shall I do? For those who know me, knows that my life is never easy. There's always something. So in Paris right now, I think it could be 2:30 in the afternoon. So I have, the whole day to walk around, do this. I don't think I want to spend my time at a museum, the Louvre. I don't know anything about Paris. It has never been on my bucket list. Never. So I'm like, I don't have no connections here, nothing. But it's like a place that people go to. I don't have a connection with none, really. So, I'm new to this travel stuff. So I'm like, what am I going to do? I booked my hotel, and I booked my hotel specifically based on a shuttle from the airport to the hotel. So as I'm trying to figure out how to arrange the shuttle, before I got here, I did this all before, I realized I don't know what they go for, a nap or something. I think they take naps here. Because the shuttle ends at 12 o'clock, and they don't start up again until 5. So I think they be taking naps or something. Who does that? For business? So I'm like, okay, so how am I gonna get to your hotel? I don't want to spend a whole bucket load of money just on taxi. The hotel was enough. And I'm okay navigating trains and stuff. So I'm going to have to call the hotel again. And the other thing that I've fallen into the problem of is not having my debit card. I have my Apple Wallet. I can do Apple Pay, but I don't know how it works here. I know I can get a train pass. I downloaded that app where I can ride the train all day. And I could just go on about my day, but I don't want to carry this stuff. It's not super heavy. So I got to show you guys how I packed too. This is what I packed. This. And I had some things that I make for the girls here. So I emptied out this bag. So now what's in here now are my snacks. I like to snack. So, and it's snacks and stuff that's not good for my body. But as long as I'm not doing it on a regular basis like I was before, because I love my chips, okay? I love a good chip hunty. So I stocked up on my chips. I stocked up on Sazon and garlic powder. I don't know if you can find garlic powder in Armenia. I'm not sure. You can get onion powder, but I don't know about, they about that fresh stuff. They about that fresh life. And I can tell my body functions have changed since I've been in Armenia, and I'm appreciative of that, more natural stuff. So now I just sitting here, I downloaded the internet, I got that going, and I'm just sitting here really trying to figure out my life job, my life choices is what I'm trying to do. So I downloaded the internet, so I have internet for France. So when I'm walking the streets or whatever. And then I was thinking about doing a hop on, hop off tour. So when I go to other countries, I just be signing up for a tour because I don't got any time for that. Once again, I refuse to use hours and hours going through the Louvre to look at pictures and artwork that I have no connection with and probably that I'm not quite interested in. It's just not my thing, Okay, the Mona Lisa, okay, and okay, I saw it, I did it, and what? So I don't know, maybe my thing is relaxation on a beach. I don't know, but I don't have time for that here. So I'll be here, I don't know what day it is. Today is Monday. So I left Sunday, got here Monday. I sleep on a plane. And I did invest in my first pillow. Because, I'm a traveler now. I did invest in my first pillow. So I'm excited about that. That thing worked. I was sleeping good. Let me tell you, I was in good sleep. It was cozy, too. And I missed the meal again. I sleep hard on the plane. People say, I can't sleep on a plane. I do and will. So I'm up now, had a cup of coffee before we deplane. Okay, so like I said, I'm just sitting here with no direction. And sometimes that's what life is about, is just going for it and not being afraid to take risks in life. I will not let my fear stop me from doing anything. Not me. Who? Where? Not here. Couldn't be me. I'll figure it out. So I'll be here all day today. And then I leave tomorrow late afternoon. So my flight is at 6:30 tomorrow, so I have all day tomorrow. So I'll be getting up early. I think my hotel has breakfast. I'm not sure. So tonight for sure, I'll just probably walk around and see if I can find a hop on, hop off bus. Maybe go to the Eiffel Tower if I can figure this stuff out. So the train thing, I think I have that down packed. Because it's a pass that you get for all day. I'm just gonna get the all day. Maybe I'll just get off at every stop and see what I see and walk around. Maybe I'll do that. Okay, we can see the sights together. So, but what I need to do is figure out how to get to the hotel. And I refuse to sit here till 5 when their shuttle decides to wake up from their nap. That is the craziest thing ever. So I'm gonna see if there is a train or something. I don't know. I'm gonna have to call the hotel because it's making my nerves bad. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out some kind of way. So, but I'm here. That's the important part. I'm here. I did it. I came. But where I'm going, no. You know, it's not a big passion for me. So, I don't know. Maybe my thing, because I'm trying to figure out. Because I'm like, I go to these places. I'm like, okay, and what? It's like I've always wanted to travel, but now that I have the opportunity, what do I do with this opportunity? Because, you know, most people are like, oh, you went to Paris, okay, and if it was up to me, baby, I would check into my hotel and turn on the TV and eat some chips. Eat the rest of my chips and go out to dinner. But I'm gonna do some stuff. I'm gonna walk around, see what they're giving out here. And maybe it would be different if I was gonna be here for a couple of days. I'm not. I'm just here for like 2 half days. And it seems like one of these half days I'm sitting in the airport trying to figure out my life choices. But everything has been go with the girls. And then I'll be back at school. Back at school with students who don't appreciate you, students you gotta beg them. That's gonna be a whole nother video. What it's like being a teacher. And you still love your job. So stay tuned for that video. All right, let me go figure out my life and I'll show you what I see in a little bit, okay? Okay, the lady told me that I need to take a free shuttle to Terminal 3. She just booked straight. I'm like, okay, to Terminal 3. So I'm looking for that child. I'm just walking. I've been riding the free shuttle back and forth. Then I had to Google. So hopefully I'm going in the right direction for the free shuttle. I don't know. So we're about to see. Okay, so I'm waiting for a shuttle into, I don't know, child. I guess I'll be asking once I get on the bus. There's so many people who smoke. Oh my gosh, and it smells so bad. And so I'm outside, so I guess. And a lot of people, of course, speak French here. It's Paris. So a few people I encountered to ask instructions or directions, they didn't speak English. But I'm still gonna keep hope alive. I am. I'll get there one way or another. Something's gonna happen. I don't know what I'm doing. So does this bus take you to the hotel or does it take you to another child? I'm confused. My bag here. This is a really nice hotel. These don't open. And this is downstairs. So it's been interesting. I didn't get anything done. So I am just now leaving the hotel to go. I'm waiting for the shuttle bus to take me back to the airport. That's where I will catch the train. Well, where I have to buy tickets while I buy a pass. Yeah. And then I paid to take a cruise. So I'm trying to get to the Eiffel Tower and take a cruise But whatever I do, I have to be back here. I have to be back to the airport. I'm saying like the latest 10:30. So I'm on a time crunch because I'm not paying for a taxi. And I will say, to get a day pass here is very expensive. Just for you to ride the train or the bus all day, it is extremely expensive. And so, a lot of money for that. So what I'm going to do now is just get a pass. So a day pass, I think it's $28 to ride the train all day. Yeah, it's weird. All right. I didn't get too far this evening. I just been riding the train, trying to figure out where I'm going, and did not get there. So I have 1 hour to figure out how to get back to the airport so I can get my shuttle back to my hotel. Tomorrow will be a new day, baby. And then my internet is not working that I paid for. I don't know. The trains, it kind of skipped over stops. Maybe specific ones. Child. So that's how my day went. So I'm kind of looking for an attendant to ask to be sure, because I don't have time to be playing with this hour. It's like an hour and 15 minutes. But we need to get going. Okay? So there is lots and lots of graffiti in Paris. So when you get to the airport in Paris, you're not in France. France is like an hour out. It's interesting. Interesting because I'm not used to the train system, bus system, but it's expensive. Very expensive. So my first day in Paris was not very successful. Yeah, Paris, you need, like, to really dive into everything, you need several days. First day, not successful at all. Well, I guess it was meant for me to see what I saw. So, tried to navigate the trains, and that didn't go so well. Well, I guess it did. It went better than expected because my entire evening was spent on the trains. Going up, going down, going up, going down, going up, going down. Trying to make it to the Eiffel Tower where I was going to take a tour. Good thing I didn't spend a lot of money on that one because I didn't make it. I just didn't make it. I don't know. The trains start to get a little weird in the evening time. You know, I grew up taking trains, but I was just turned around. I don't know. I don't know what happened. It just didn't work out. So I spent a lot of time on the train, you know, people watching. Then I could see a lot of the trains are outside, so looking at the houses, they just look regular. I think when it comes to like these beautiful countries that we have this idea of how they're going to look because it's been glamorized on television. So when I visit, this is like the third place I've been, when I visit these countries, I was like, visit? Really? But when you go to the touristy places, you get a whole different perspective. But it's regular living, everyday living, and I really got a glimpse of that. Not so much riding the train, but when I was coming back and I missed the last shuttle at 11:15 p.m. to the hotel, so then I had to figure out how to take a car and blah, blah, blah. So when I finally made it back to the airport, because the train stopped running, I think around 10 o'clock, certain stops, no more, gone. So I'm thinking if you are here in Paris and you're trying to navigate public transportation, try to stick to about 9 o'clock at night. If you out late at night, then you want to get a car. I downloaded the app for Bolt, and that's what I used. And my taxi from the airport to my hotel was $11. So I figured that wasn't too bad. But everyone, or everything that I've seen, people I talk to, avoid the taxis with a guy that say, taxi, taxi, avoid those people. So, not interested. So I did avoid them, but there were no other trains, no nothing for me to get back to the hotel. So I downloaded the app for Bolt, B-O-L-T, and that worked out fine. Driving, it was quick. It was about like a 10-minute drive, so it wasn't too bad. So, but I'm like, if you're trying to do trains all day, you want to stick to your trains no later than 9 o'clock. 9:30, you're pushing it. After that, this stops running, that starts running. Train stops get skipped. I was like, why did it just go past my stop? It just woo. So it got a little weird for me anyway. Just not used to it, you know, just thrown into a new country, just day one, not even a full day. So I did learn all those things about Paris. And what was an eye-opener is when because they stopped the trains at a certain point, I'm like, but I still need to get to this airport, because that was like my base. The airport was my base. They said, no, you take the bus. I was like, well, how do I get a ticket for the bus? They said, no, it's free, because they stopped running the trains at a certain stop. Then you take a bus to get to your versus destination. I don't know. That's just how it worked. So then the bus, since they cut the trains off, I rode the bus for a full hour. I was dozing off on the bus. I was tired on the bus because my sleep pattern is just messed up, right? So that took an hour. There was no way I was going to make the last shuttle with my riding the train up and down France. The eye-opener was when I did make it to the airport. I had to take a train to Terminal 2B, 2D, something like that. And baby, the homeless population was out. They had blankets laid out just in the airport. A lot of homeless people. I'm like, they don't be showing all of this on Paris on the show. Oh, I got the hiccups. They don't be showing all of this on those Paris in shows and the movies and stuff. See, they just glamorize everything. And I didn't want to take out my camera. I was trying to figure out my own life at that point. One guy, he was asleep. I don't know if he was on drugs. He peed on himself. One guy was picking his feet. It was a mess. It was a mess. It was a lot of them, I guess, getting comfy for the night. It's just like my idea is just always like burned at the stake when I see these places for myself. I'm like, oh, this is the world they don't want people to see when it comes to movies and stuff. So by the time I made it here, everything was shut down. Restaurants closed. Nothing open. Everything shut down. So midnight, gone. Everything gone. Oh, this heck, thank goodness I'm not hungry or anything, but everything is shut down. I get here, baby, while I'm trying to get in, and I'm on the wrong floor. Child, I write my hotel number on my hand because I took very minimal things with me. So tomorrow's a new day. I'm gonna get up early, have breakfast, and eat to my heart's content. There was this sandwich I saw. This lady had a sandwich, but I think Paris, I have to come back and do when I have several days. But I do like the hotel. I know that bed look comfortable. I'm like, that's gonna be comfy. But I don't have much time to sleep because I don't get going to try to make the best of the situation. I don't know, I have something planned for tomorrow. So if I could get 2-3 things in tomorrow, then it's good. I navigated the trains. I kind of have an idea now. So tomorrow, just gotta get to it. And if I have to call a car this time, I got the app downloaded. So I have all those things all situated. Yeah, but so far, not impressed. The houses, a lot of graffiti. Not impressed so far. Not impressed. And I think it's, once again, I think it's more so because I have this vision of what I've seen in the movies, television, and shows and stuff. All the beautiful parts of Paris. No, those are the touristy parts of Paris. And when you live in reality, you're not living in those. Like, locals are not living in those. Oh, look at the hiccups. not living in those touristy parts. They know to avoid them because A, too many people, and too expensive. So why? Even when I lived in New York, you think I wanted to live in Times Square? No. Too many people, too expensive, too touristy. So you're not gonna find many locals who live in those areas. So with that said, let's just see what tomorrow brings. All right, until then, I'm gonna call you back later. I'm gonna call you back.